Dana Cowin, Food and Wine magazine's editor-in-chief since 1995, is one of America's foremost authorities on food, wine, style, and design. Under her leadership, the award-winning magazine has attracted an audience of over 8 million readers. Dana's first cookbook, Mastering My Mistakes in the Kitchen, was named by Publishers Weekly as one of the 10 most notable cookbooks of 2014. Dana is frequently on national television, including regular appearances on Bravo's Top Chef. Among her numerous awards, Dana was named to the James Beard Foundation Who's Who of Food and Beverage in America. I'm delighted that Dana is here today with us to talk about her love of Italian food. Dana, so nice of you to be here.
I'm so excited to be with you.
So let's start with, what does Italy mean to you?
I mean, Italy, just the word makes me smile because it means great food, great wine, great people, and a beautiful place.
And you've traveled to Italy?
I have. I've traveled to Italy as much as I possibly can because of those three things that make me love all things Italian. So, for example, when my daughter was 1, I knew that I wanted to do something with her every single year, and I decided it was going to be a trip to Italy the week of her birthday. So when she was 1 year old, we took her to Italy, and she loved it as a 1-year-old would. You know, I mean, she ate some pasta. Everybody doted on her. It was beautiful. We took her around, you know, through small towns, and it was just great.
Food and Wine often dedicates an entire issue to Italian food. Tell me a little of how that works. How do you pick all the wonderful things?
Well, we all love Italian food at the magazine, but it's not just about us, right? Because we're actually trying to reflect what's happening in the food culture at large, and we're trying to reflect what people really want to eat. So when you take those two things, what people really want to eat and what the restaurateurs are doing, you end up with a lot of coverage of things Italian. So in the last few years, there's been an explosion of Italian restaurants in America, and at every level, from fantastic pizza all around the country, you know, in wood-burning ovens, to really great trattoria food, to you know, more formal Italian. So what I think is interesting is that the Italian Renaissance here has been at every level, at every price point, and also regional. So Americans are getting a very good sense of the breadth of what Italy has to offer. So it's not just a pork, but oh my gosh, it's a Tuscan pork. Or, you know, it's not just mozzarella, it's, you know, buffalo mozzarella, which you would say better than I do. But so it's great to see people sort of dive in. And then you have something like i-Italy, which of course was started in Italy, but was brought by Mario Batali to the US. And i-Italy in New York City is a tourist attraction. I mean, people go to the Statue of Liberty and they go to Italy.
And why do you think Italian food is so popular in America?
I think Italian food has everything going for it. First of all, it doesn't matter what type of food you like, whether you like something that has like rich cheeses, they're fantastic Italian rich cheesy dishes. If you like fresh vegetables and you just, you know, want something that seems fresh and just picked from the garden, there's a whole part of Italian cooking that's just for you. If you want something that is meaty, if you want something that's stewy, if you want something, just Italian food offers the tremendous variety and also tremendous freshness, because at its heart, what you're looking at, as you know better than I, and historically, and I'm really looking at modern Italian cooking, but is how fresh and delicious it is. So, you know, that idea that you know, Americans have come to love farm to table, well, the Italians were there way ahead of us.
So true. Speaking of Mario Batali, yes. I love this section in your book with him. Tell us a little about that.
You're so sweet to say that. So I've written a book called Mastering My Mistakes in the Kitchen, because even though I've been the editor of Food and Wine for 20 years, I'm not that great a cook. So I said to Mario, listen, I want to do a baked pasta. And there's this pasta that I do that I've had a bit of trouble with. And my mistake is a little bit embarrassing. It has a bechamel, which in Italian you would pronounce differently.
Bechamel.
Besciamella. I mean, it looks different anyway than bechamel to me. And I decided that it was too thin. And so I was waiting for it to reduce. Yeah, you don't reduce a bechamel. No. So it was really embarrassing when I discovered it, because I went to the editors at Food and Wine after I'd made this, and I said, you know, my bechamel didn't reduce. And I tried everything. I think it's because I used low-fat milk. And they looked at me and went, you don't reduce a bechamel. So I learned that, and then I went to Mario and said, okay, can you help me with this dish? So we ended up with a really cheesy, really delicious baked pasta that's in my book now.
It's such a wonderful gift that you give us all to have a little piece of Italy and some things that we may not discover on our own. Thank you, Dana, so much. It was such fun chatting with you.
Thank you.
Good luck with
So
the
great to be
book.
here. Thank you.